Hello everyone. If you participated in RML M.Phil Clinical Psychology in Trends 2025, then this video is for you. I received many queries that there was so many wrong answers in RML and they want to challenge them. So let's see, can we challenge those questions? How many questions was there? So students having problems in these questions, right? First question you can see that is question number 37, which is not typically considered a learning difficulty. Question number 39, according to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which need must be mostly fulfilled before an individual seeks esteem needs? Question number 58, according to the James Lance's theory of emotion, what is the correct order of events? Question number 74, how many picture cards are usually used in a typical TAT assessment session? Question number 89, who is considered the father of Indian psychology? So let's see what will be the right answer. Can you challenge them or not? So I'm moving ahead. Question number 37, which is not typically considered a learning difficulty? Option A, dysgraphia. Option B, ADHD. Option C, dyslexia. Option D, auditory processing disorder. And as you can see, and as you are aware, official answer was B, but correct must be, D must be correct, right? D is a kind of option, we can say, that is not typically considered learning difficulty. But I would like to mention here that B, ADHD and auditory processing disorder, both is not learning disabilities and learning disorder. Both can be right, but if we are having both the options, ADHD and auditory processing disorder, then it looks that auditory processing disorder in this condition must be right answer, so we can challenge them. So I found few specific reference for you. So first reference you can see that is of WebMD, and second reference you can see that is of National Library of Medicine. If you want this reference, so already I added link here, or you can also find their link in description, or you can talk to the team, UPS education team, they will also avail this link. Here you can see, according to WebMD, APD, also known as Central Auditory Processing Disorder, isn't hearing loss or a learning disorder, as ADHD is also not learning disorder, right? It means your brain doesn't hear sound in the usual way. It's not a problem with understanding meaning. If you will read this, and here you can see Central Auditory Processing Disorder is a rare, poorly understood condition that affect the central auditory nervous system. Patients are classically young children presenting with hearing difficulties, but may have other learning disorders such as attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. The condition requires a multidisciplinary terms to diagnose and manage the disorder. If you move with these two reference, it is clear that if I am having both the options, if I am having option of auditory processing disorder and ADHD, so both is not the correct answer. We cannot say that our learning disorder, learning disability, as well as question also not mentioning learning disorder and disability, that is learning difficulty. So in ADHD as well as in auditory processing disorder, child can have or can develop learning difficulties. But if you are going to choose the closest answer, so can be auditory processing disorder, and these are the reference, you can challenge this. Now, next, question number 39. According to Maslow's hierarchy of need, which need must be mostly fulfilled before an individual seeks esteem needs? These are the options: self-actualization need, physiological need, social belonging need, and safety need. Official answer is B, that is physiological need, that is the first level of need. But whenever any individual going to move with, here you can see in the question, right, moving for esteem needs, so just before the esteem needs, individual will fulfill social belonging need. Correct answer must be C. So you can also challenge this question as well. Now question number 3. According to the James Lance theory of emotion, what is the correct order of events? These are the options: event, emotion, interpretation, arousal, event, arousal, emotion, event, arousal, interpretation, emotion, interpretation, arousal, emotion. An official answer mentioning C, right? C, right? Official answer mentioning C, event, arousal, interpretation, emotion. And many students having doubt and confusion that answer must be B, event, arousal, emotion. I would like to mention that B and C both will be correct. Event, arousal and emotion. But whenever you are going with deeper interpretation of this theory, then you got to know that whenever any event happen and occur, then there will be physiological changes and interpretation of those physiological changes will lead to emotion, right? Many individuals having confusion, having doubt that okay, this is a Scatcher-Singer interpretation, but no, a Scatcher-Singer mentioning whenever there will be event, so just after the event, physiological responses and cognitive labeling will occur at the same time. And just because of those physiological changes and cognitive labeling, individual will present emotion. So according to me, what is given in official answer key, that is right. Answer is C. But if you want to challenge them, I suggest you to move ahead and you can challenge. But I also added a reference for you, so you will not develop any confusion. I added right one interpretation. Here you can see I taken from Very Well Mind, that is a popular website, and you can find this kind of interpretation in your textbook as well. As I already told you, there will be event, then just because of event there will be arousal, and interpretation of those arousal, those physiological changes can lead to emotion. Here you can see James Lange's theory processes that people have a physiological response to environmental stimulus. Physiological response to environmental stimulus or stimuli. That means whenever there will be any stimuli, any event, there will be physiological response, and their interpretation of that physical response is what lead to an emotional experiences. So when any individual interpreting those physiological responses, then individual will present emotions or there will be emotional experiences. So I think C is the right answer, but if you are convinced and if you think no, you are right, so I suggest you to move with your answer and you can challenge, right? But I am much confident that they are not going to update or accept this challenge. So C is right in this question. Question number 74. How many picture cards are usually used in typical TAT assessment session? Option A, 1 to 3 cards. Option B, 5 to 12 cards. Option C, 20 to 31 cards. And D, over 50 cards. And correct answer, according to the official answer key, correct answer is B. And I also think correct answer must be B, 5 to 12 cards. So how many cards Murray presented? That was very difficult to use, right? So they suggested at least use 20 cards, but usually when you talk with clinician, you can find that they are selecting card between 8 to 12, and I found 2 reference for you. So this can give you the confidence that why we cannot challenge this particular question. Here, first reference I taken from IBSCO and second reference I taken from the International Journal of Indian Psychology. So here in IBSCO reference you can find the TAT is administered by trained clinician who typically select 8 to 12 cards from the set. So that support right their answer. In second reference you can see that I taken right from the International Journal of Indian Psychology. Here you can see the TAT consists of a series of 31 cards featuring ambiguous right scenes that encourage participants to create stories based on their interpretation. But you have to focus on this point. Clinicians typically select 10 to 12 cards taking into account demographic factors and the personal relevance of the stimuli. According to me, when we talk about question number 74, so 5 to 12 cards, option B will be right, and we cannot challenge those. So next, question number 89. Who is considered the father of Indian psychology? We are having these 4 options. Anand Sengupta, B. Sudhir Kakkar, C. Girswar Misra, D. G.R.S. Rao. And official answer mentioning D. G.R.S. Rao, but correct answer is A. Narendranath Sen Gupta, NN Sen Gupta, and you can find their reference very easily in many textbook, in many research. So according to these specific interpretation, you can challenge the question. So what I say, question number 37, the correct answer must be D. Question number 39, the correct answer must be C, social belonging need. Question number 58, correct answer must be C, event, arousal, interpretation, emotion. Question number 74, how many picture cards are usually used in typical TAT assessment session? Option B will be right, 5 to 12 cards. Question number 89, who is considered the father of Indian psychology? Correct answer will be NN Sen Gupta. So now you can challenge accordingly, and all the best for your result. See you in next video. Bye. Take care.